What's up everybody? Welcome back to the GoodView Woodworks channel. My name is Nathan, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how to make this cutting board and coaster set so that you guys can make this too at home. This is a great Christmas gift, but this is in honor of breast cancer awareness, and we'll be working with Build Dad Build, so check it out guys. Hey guys, what's up? So my buddy Nick over at Build Dad Build, he sent me a question over on Instagram asking me about why his pigment changed colors when he poured the epoxy and it hardened. I don't know, he had pink that went to orange. Not sure why that happened, but because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I decided to link up with him, and we're gonna give him some pigments and some epoxy so that we can build a project together. Now he's gonna build his own project and I'll build my own project, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and hook him up. I'm gonna send him some bikini pigments and some epoxy.
When I was having problems getting my epoxy the correct color, I was told to reach out to Nathan at GoodView Woodworks, who is an epoxy master. And he told me he has never had that problem, but he uses a different kind of pigment than I do. So naturally, as us YouTubers do, I said, hey Nathan, can I get some of that pink pigment?
So hey Nick, I got you, bro.
And that's exactly what I need. It's even called bikini. So then I said, hey Nathan, I'm out of epoxy. Whoa, 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 don't throw that. Don't throw that. Hand it down.
There's some pigments. Here's some epoxy. I'm gonna go ahead and lower this down to you.
All right, man. Thanks, bud. All right. Let's get to making.
All right, Nick, I hope that you can build something awesome with that. I know you build a lot of cool stuff, so surprise me with what you're gonna build with those items, okay? I'm excited to see it. Okay guys, so you just saw us throw some materials and stuff over at Nick at Build Dad Build. But guys, we are also going to be part of this collaboration. We're going to do a charcuterie board in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're also going to be using bikini, pink color, and we're going to make a really sick charcuterie board. Now, if you see here, we already poured one. We're going to pour another. Obviously, these are two different projects, but we made one form for two different projects. So we got some burl here. We're gonna go ahead and take this bikini, mix it up in our cup, and go ahead and pour this up. Here we go. All right, guys, gonna use our pourable plastic, Incredible Solutions. Incredible Solutions pourable plastic. Use the hardener first. And we are going to put in 1 liter of hardener, and we'll go ahead and mix 2 liters of epoxy because it's a 2-to-1 mixture. Okay. Now that we got our two, go ahead and start mixing. Remember to continue to scrape the bottom and the sides while you're mixing. See the swirls? We want to continue mixing until the swirls are all gone, until it's clear. Okay, we're going to take our pink pigment, our bikini P1220. You can find this on GoodViewWoodworks.com, this pigment here, if you like this color. We're going to go ahead and mix it up. We want to continue mixing until there's no more chunks. All right, we're actually going to mix up a little bit more because it's a little low, but we don't need a whole lot more. And then we will see what this thing looks like coming out of the form. Okay guys, we got it all filled up. You can see it's all over top of the wood. We got our board clamping it down. Now we're gonna wait. It's gonna look so cool. All right guys, we'll definitely come back and get this thing out of the form once it's cured. All right guys, it's been about a week, about 5 days, and we're gonna go ahead and bust this thing out of the form, okay? It's all nice and hard and dry. We're gonna take this out of here. You can see how high we went with it over the piece, just to stabilize it. We'll go ahead and plane this one down. Get this one all planed down and sanded after we get it out of the form. Nice. Okay, guys. So what we have here is our full set. Now this is just rough cuts, but we have our charcuterie board here. I mean, look how rough that is. That's okay. We're gonna redraw the shape and then use our spindle sander to finish this shape out. And then we took our two cutoffs from up here. We'll have a set of coasters here, or two coasters there, and two coasters here for a full set. And then finally, this last piece of drop right here, this will be the cheese knife, or like a, a little butter knife or something to spread cheese with, to go with their charcuterie board and our coasters. What do you guys think?
Looks awesome.
Looks good? Looks awesome? Mm-hmm. What are you eating under there?
What?
What are you eating under there?
Ice cream.
Oh, okay, cool. Go check out, what's the name of your channel?
Albright Bros.
What's the Albright Bros about?
We do flips.
Is a channel for kids? Is it a kids channel?
Yeah.
You guys are doing flips and tricks and... You tell me, Seth, what's your channel about? What's the name of it and what's the channel about?
Albright Bros?
Yeah.
And we do a bunch of flips, tricks, and funny stuff.
Okay, cool. So if you guys are, if you guys have kids or that are these guys' age,
12,
10.
Then go check out Albright Bros on YouTube and go look at their flips and tricks and their shenanigans, as Bobby Dukes likes to say.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, so we did like a rough drawing. This is a piece of scrap off the bottom. And we're gonna cut a little cheese knife out of this piece. All right? All right, so now we have the rough cut, really rough. We'll start to shape this on the sander. Okay guys, so we're finished with routering the edges of the coasters. I did not router the edges of the charcuterie board or the serving tray, and that's because I like them for the coasters, but I didn't want that same exact look for the charcuterie board. We'll just use our hand and we'll round over the edges, give it a little bit more handmade look there. But now what we need to do is we're going to take some 150 grit sandpaper and our sander, and we'll go ahead and sand this down. We're going to work all the way up to 400 grit sandpaper. 320 actually, we'll go to 320. I don't know if I have 400 on me, but we'll go all the way up to 320. And we'll be using this really cool finish from Brad's Workbench. If you guys haven't seen Brad's Workbench, he's on YouTube, he's also on Instagram, and he sent me out some of this finish. This is a tongue wax finish, okay? And you have tongue wax, or then you have his Brad's Workbench sanding paste, okay? So all natural. He says this is food safe. So we have 2 containers here, and we're gonna put this finish on these coasters and on the serving tray. So let's get this thing sanded and prepped. So what his little directions say. So it came with directions. It says sand your project to 320 to 400 grit. And so he gave me these directions are, you know, for the lathe. So I may not use the sanding sealer. It says the sanding paste will feel gritty as you're first applying it. Keep rubbing the paste in with the lathe turned off. Okay, so we're gonna use our sander to apply the sanding paste, okay? I think I may use like a paper towel or something and put on here. I don't know, I haven't figured that out yet. Maybe we'll do it by hand. So we're gonna rub it on until it feels less gritty, and then we will use our sander to really work it in. All right, guys, pro tip. If you want to, if you have a hard time holding small items, like when you're trying to sand them, get a small waste block and some painter's tape. And what you do is flip it upside down with the sticky part up, okay? Hold it there, wrap it around like this. And now it's nice and sticky. You can stick your piece here and sand it without it moving all over the place. Okay guys, now we are done sanding all the way up to 320 grit. Wow, check this out. GoodView Woodworks came in clutch. We got the new hats. If you guys want to go over to goodviewwoodworks.com and grab you a hat, that'd be greatly appreciated. They look sick too, right? As long as you don't have food bits from babies on there like that. You see it? Okay. So here are the coasters, sanded to 320 grit. Here's the charcuterie board. What we're going to do now is we're going to take some 91% isopropyl alcohol. We'll go ahead and clean it off. Go ahead and clean it off, and then we'll get to putting some finish on there. All right, now that we applied the tongue wax finish, we're going to let this sit for, what does he say, 10 to 15 minutes. And then we'll go ahead and buff it up. Okay. Okay, now while that's drying, we're going to move on to the coasters. And we'll literally do the same exact process with this. If you can see like the little shiny part right here, I put a little bit of sanding sealer on the wood because if I were to do it on the cutting board, obviously I don't want any weird chemicals on there, but because we don't eat off coasters, it should be fine. So I'm going to take my 300 grit sandpaper and go ahead sand these up real quick. All right, we're gonna do them all like this. And then when we get to the finish, I'll come right back. All right, let's get this thing shined up. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This was a really fun project. I want to give a shout out again to Build Dad Build. Thank you so much for collaborating with GoodView Woodworks. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot. If you guys haven't seen his channel, go over to Build Dad Build on YouTube. It's also at Build Dad Build on Instagram. So you can go check out his stuff there. Guys, thank you so much again for watching this video. If you would, please head on over to goodviewwoodworks.com where you can get some sweet merch like this hat and this polo shirt. I don't know if you can see the GoodView Woodworks. You can also go over there and find all of the materials and tools that I use in the videos. Also, you can click in the link down below the video. In the description down below the video, I'll add all the links to the tools and materials that I use so you guys can also go get it and use it and make the same thing that I made. You know, you guys can make this too, right? So that's it with this video, guys. I hope you liked it. Do me a favor, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Also hit the like button and share this video with your friends. Remember, this video was for breast cancer awareness. That's why we did pink in the charcuterie board and coasters and stuff. If you guys noticed that the pink was a little had pink swirls, but it was kind of orangey, and that's because I didn't use enough pink pigment. It's still very pretty, but if you wanted a bright pink pigment, you need to use more pigment. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. I'll also link that down in the description. That is GoodView Woodworks Bikini pigment. So guys, you can go check that. You guys can go check that out as well. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, thanks for hanging out with us.